pissed at this point, you feel me? So what's going on, guys? I literally was wondering whether or not I should update you guys about this or not, but it is my right and I'm trying to keep myself safe. So I called the police and I'm getting a restraining order today. So I have gone back and forth with myself whether or not I should even do this video, simply because just discussing it, just like my anxiety is like, I guess we're gonna have a story time, but it's not really a story time because it's also kind of serious, but it is something that happened to me that I want to share with you guys because, you know, you're my fam.
I trust you.
And also, this is like a video diary for me because it also helps me. It's therapeutic to be able to talk to you guys about it, especially if there are other people who are going through something similar as me currently or have in the past. You know, it's good to see something like this, to know that you're not by yourself. I have an update about actually a video I did a while back. It was like in December, and and it was called I was called a nigger last night. If you haven't already seen that video, I'll put the link in the description box below. I wasn't even going to do an updated video of this because I had gotten it out, I felt better, but then the man who called me a nigger, to be honest with you, I think he's been stalking me. He no longer lives in the building, you know, but every time I go out and he sees me, he always feels like he has to come up and talk to me and try to get me all pissed off or whatever I don't know what his issue is. Not too long ago, it was like maybe about a week or two ago, he pulled up to the parking lot behind me and he called my name and he pulls up to me and he goes, Amber. And I'm like, what? Because I couldn't find who it was at first because I didn't see anyone around me. It's because he was inside his car. And then I realized that it was him. And he was like, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm sorry. You know, I stopped drinking, blah, blah, blah. You know, but I feel like you owe me an apology too. I'm like, for what? You know, he's like, well, I saw what you posted on your YouTube or whatever. And so I was like, man, whatever. So I just walked away, obviously, because he wasn't really sorry. And then he started asking me questions.
I'm trying to find out, you know, if you got a restraining order or whatever.
And I made the mistake of telling him, no, I didn't get one because I thought everything was squashed, you know what I'm saying? So I thought we were done. A couple of months before that, I was going into a store and he seen me from across the street and I saw him see me. You know what I'm saying? But I thought, okay, well, he's not going to come over here. And then he did. And he crossed a 4-lane busy street, a very major busy street in Los Angeles, to speak to me, to quote unquote apologize again, you know, which is ridiculous because he called the company that I work for to apologize for the threats and, you know, for doing what he did to the building. I discussed that more thoroughly in the last video. And I was very careful about, you know, what I said in that video. I don't discuss details, not just for, you know, legal, you know, issues, but also for my safety. You know what I'm saying? As a social media influencer, you have to be very careful about what you post online because everything you post online is there. You know, I was very emotional. You know, obviously being called a nigger is not something that makes anyone feel fucking good, especially when it's being screamed to you saying that your family is slaves and they deserve to die. I will never fucking forget that. I will never forget that. What brings us to this video, like 2 days ago, me and my friends were actually driving to the liquor store, you know, to get some shit over there. And what happened was, I don't even know, honestly. We were pulling into the store, into the parking lot, and then he cuts us off in his car. He's trying to confront us to, I saw that you were looking at me and you were talking shit and blah, blah, blah. And we're like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Even if we were, why would you drive your car wherever the fuck you came from? I don't even know where you came from. I guess he was parked there. And then like cut us off with your car. Like, what is that? So my friend, she was... she was really about to go off on him. And I was about to go off on him. And she was like, no, I got this.
No, I got this.
So she was like,
first of all, I don't know who you are or how you know her, okay, but don't ever pull up on me like that.
She's from an area, you know, where if someone pulled up on you like that, it's like a threat.
A threat?
Let's just say shit can get real in the hood when people do that. You know, so they're having this discussion and, you know, and I guess it's understood that it was a mistake or whatever the fuck. So he drives off and we parked our car and we go inside the liquor store or whatever. And I'm fucking pissed off. I'm telling her who he is and what's happened. And then this is the crazy part. He comes into the liquor store waving papers.
You lied on me about the police.
Or whatever the fuck. He said I called him a gangbanger or some shit like that. I don't even know what he's talking about. First of all, the first time I called the police on him was the night that he called me a nigger. So I was kind of more, you know, telling the police about that and how he was in my face and he vandalized the building and all that shit. There was no report filed. There were no charges made because they said they couldn't do anything because it was just bore wax and it could be vacuumed up. And then they moved out 2 days later, so I was concerned, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. So I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking tired of this. You're always harassing me. Every time you see me, you always start shit. I'm tired of it. I'm like, I'm the stereotypical angry black lady. I'm clapping my hands. I'm like, I'm fucking tired of this motherfucker. He's always fucking talking to me. You know, I'm pissed at this point. You feel me? So I decided, you know what? And then he's like,
Well, I came back in here because I thought you called the police. I thought you called the police.
and I'm like, what the fuck? Well, I'm about to call him now because I'm fucking tired of you. So he's like,
Like, well, fucking call him if you want to. I'm gonna go ahead and sit here, and I'm gonna wait until they get here so you can't lie to the police and blah, 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 blah.
and I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on? Mind you, all of this started in December of 2018. It is May of 2019. And for some reason, he has like a hard on for me. He will not leave me alone. And I do not understand. And I feel like that he could be a stalker. So I called the cops. The cops take forever to show up. Actually, one pulled up and then they like left and they're like, we'll be right back. So I guess they got another call that was kind of more important. So they left. So now we're waiting in the parking lot. It's about maybe an hour and a half has passed. My friend has someplace to go, but she witnessed this and now she knows what's going on. So she's trying to support me and wait with me until the police gets there in case this dude decides to do something stupid. Or maybe I decide to do something stupid. But luckily for me, my mama didn't raise no fool. I didn't touch nobody and I didn't threaten nobody. So finally the police arrive. They get his side of the story first, which really pisses me off. And then they get my side of the story. And he's like,
I got this paperwork, and she's lying to me, blah, blah, blah.
mind you, while we're waiting for the police, he's calling up all his friends and shit. People are like randomly popping up. So now I feel a little more threatened because now you're calling all these people are just showing up, you know, whatever the fuck. I don't know nothing about his past, about, you know what I'm saying? And I will never, ever forget the fact that my homie stood up for me. And she was very protective. Yeah, so that was fucking crazy. So they tell me that I have a right to get a restraining order. This is the proof of that. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I definitely have means, you know, because they at the time don't know about the violence that this man can cause. Now, there are some things that he did when he was attending here that I can't discuss legally that, you know, scared me of thinking that what he's actually capable of. So that kind of freaked me out, you know what I'm saying? So plus now I know that he had or has a drinking problem. So that kind of freaked me out as well, because when people drink a lot, sometimes if it's a problem, they become different people. And a lot of people, they can become very violent. So I don't really know his history or what's going on with him. I just know that for some reason, I am the target of all of his frustration, and I don't know why.
Order of protection against them.
The problem with restraining orders is they are very effective when you are working with good law-abiding people. If you've got somebody who's already on the edge of just flat losing it, a restraining order is like, yeah, that's cute.
So I decide, okay, fine. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to go get a restraining order. I go down to the courthouse to get a restraining order. I'm there pretty much all fucking day because there's a lot of people in Los Angeles who also need restraining orders against crazy people. So anyways, I get down there. I fill out like this mountain of paperwork, even thicker than this. It was actually like 3 times the size. This is what they gave me back. And I fill out this paperwork. I explained to them what happened. Explained about the whole, you know, the nigger thing. I explained all of this.
With proof that person was served, and you're going to explain to the judge what happened previously, what happened now, and the judge will decide whether or not this is enough to grant you a restraining order.
And then they're telling me, okay, well, listen, Miss Jones, unfortunately, we have to deny this restraining order. And all I heard was, we have to deny this restraining order. He said some other things, but I didn't hear nothing. All I heard was,
We're not gonna fucking help you.
so he told me that I could go to court on one of these days or whatever. I can get someone to serve him for the restraining order, or someone like 18 years older, or I can get the sheriff to do it for $40, or I can do it myself. And I was like, what the fuck? Or so explain to me what else the fuck happens, you know, because at this point, I just feel like I feel alone. I feel like nobody cares. You know, I don't know what to fucking do. I don't know what this guy is actually capable of because I don't know him. You feel me?
Oh, well then, you know, you can go to court, you can explain to the judge, you can get into more in depth, and they may even go ahead and approve the restraining order. But, you know, the court fees.
I'm like, court fees? What the fuck? It's minimum $430 is how much it's going to cost. And they're like, oh, well, if you can prove that you're low income, then it could possibly be waived. But there's no guarantee that it's going to be waived. You denied a restraining order, you know, from someone who has not left me alone for 5 months. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
If you've got somebody who's already on the edge of just flat losing it, a restraining order is like, yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
So I'm just out of sorts. I just take my shit and I leave. So I'm not about to pay the city money I don't have for something that is not going to be guaranteeing my safety.
Are you kidding me?
So this is why I'm making this video. This is my video diary. You see that? They denied it. So I have every right to tell my story, to tell the truth, you know, what happened to me, to share that with the Smile Squad and anybody else watching this video, to let him know that I am not as alone as he thinks I am, and to let you all know, should anything happen to me, if I just randomly disappear and stop posting shit, make sure the police know about this video and the one before. I have not said his name. I have not shown his picture. I have not given you any details to let you know who this man is. And I wish to God that I could. Legally I can, but I won't. I don't want any more strife coming towards me from the ignorance, you know, that is him. So I needed to post this to you guys and also let you know, you are not alone. You know what I'm saying? If you're going through something like this, you are not alone. So just make sure that your family knows what's going on. Make sure your friends knows what's going on. Do not keep this kind of thing to yourself. I am not going to keep this kind of thing to myself. The city of Los Angeles refuses to help me unless I pay them $430 for maybe for a maybe solution. So I'm gonna make sure that my followers, my supporters, my subscribers, my viewers, the Smile Squad, I love y'all. I'm gonna make sure my family, you guys, are gonna know what's going on. So in case something does go wrong, you guys knows what's going on and you can contact somebody. And if he does see this video, bro, I hope you just leave me alone. If you see me, you do not have to come and talk to me. You don't have to speak to me. We can coexist without conversing. We can do that. Just leave me alone. Go about your life and I'm gonna go about my life. That's it. That's all I ask.
Just leave me alone.
Because I want to squash this. I don't even know what this is. You know, God damn it. This is ridiculous. So if any of you guys have ever been through something like this, you know, put it in the comment section below. Let me know. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much. And I'll keep you guys updated, but hopefully this is the last video that I make on this subject. And this coming Sunday, we're going to get going back to, to the fun videos that I normally do. But I needed to use this time. It's it's fucking therapeutic to be able to talk to you guys because you guys are awesome. You know, and you're my family, you're my friends, and I love you guys. So, all right, I was being a little gay. I want to let you guys know that I'm safe. I do not think that he will do anything stupid physically to harm me simply because, he has family and he still has a future. So I'm sure he doesn't want to fuck that up. I think physically I may be safe. So I think from now on, if I ever come across him, I'm just going to have my phone, have my camera out, and I'm just going to record everything he does just to keep my safety. And if he sees that I'm recording, perhaps he just will go away because he knows I have a YouTube channel. So maybe he'll just leave me alone. Don't forget to go ahead and smash the thumbs up button if you support this video and what I'm trying to do. I just don't see a reason to keep things secret. And I think that's how a lot of people get hurt because they don't share what's going on with them. And I'm not going to become a victim. I'm not a victim right now, and I'm definitely not going to allow him to make me one. That's for damn sure. So I'm not going to be reading comments in this video. I'm going to go ahead and save that for Sunday's video. But thank you guys so much for your support. I love you guys. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video.